Hi guys, so we're going to have a bit of a Batrep going on here. We've got Will over that side. He's going to be using a Shattered Legions force, using his Imperial fists and some of my Iron Hands, against Doug, who's standing around here.
Me again.
You can tell which Legion he's using by his t-shirt. He's using his Nightlords. So should we have a quick once round of what we've got? If you want to point out what's where, Doug.
Okay, we got 15 Raptors on the top.
Yep.
Because I'm running the Raptor Occult Rite of War. Dread Talon. Falchion. 3 Predators, all with different Plasma, Flamer, Melter. The good old fashioned jet bikes, 2 Volkites. Some more Dread Twin Kerries. Melter, Chain Fist. Don't leave home without it. The Spartan. And my Fellblade.
Right, so that's the Nightlord side, and they're going to be going after the Imperial Fists, who from the last few campaign battles have been quite a thorn in the side of the Nightlords and their plans. So do you want to run through what we've got where?
Yeah. I mean, if we're starting at the back, we've got a Fellblade in the back corner. Doug's got one, so there's no way I'm not going to come home without one. We've got a Hyperios anti-air battery over in the corner.
There we go.
Squad of 10 Tactical Marines, Spartan. Got 3 Riflemen Dreadnought, 1 with 2 Melters, 1 with 2 Carriers Assault Cannons, 1 with 2 Autocannons.
That's around there.
I've got my second Lord of War, which is a Stormlord, that's full of death. A squadron of Leviathan Dreadnoughts, because they look awesome. A Vindicator, and hiding in this back corner we've got a Rhino with some more stuff inside. So a lot of infantry, just not on the board yet.
Yeah, so that's the 2 armies set up to face each other. The gaming table, where we've set it up, we're using my new kind of setup for the Mechanicum supply depot. So we've got a couple of landing pads, we've got some crates here, and we've got the crane, which is still to be finished. So we have one objective over here, we have an objective on the top of a landing pad, there's one over there on the crane, we have one on the bridge going over the Toxic River, which anybody going through will take damage. We have an objective on some crates over this side, and another objective on the landing pad up there. So that's the setup. We shall let the guys go with first turn, and we shall see how things go. Back soon. Right, so here we are, end of the Nightlords turn 1. Dougie, do you want to run us through what you've done?
Yeah, not a massive amount. Move 12 because there's no point to shoot at anything else. Move them up. Realised I'd done a goof and put 2 guys that couldn't go anywhere, so crashed one guy through the wall and moved the other guy up so he can crash through hopefully later. Fellblade didn't move.
Fired a few shots though, hasn't it?
Fired a shot and did nothing.
Yeah, fired down at the Stormlord down there. Yeah, which made a cover save and survived.
Turbocharged the guys 12 just to get them to kind of into something soon. Ran them. All 3 Contemptors ran.
Similar with them, isn't it? Yeah.
And similar with the squad. The Falchion walloped the Stormlord and the Vindicator, and both passed his cover saves.
So they're good at finding the cover, these Imperial Fists. So did you manage to get any of your objectives? No, none of the objectives. Right. So we're on to Imperial Fists turn 1. Okie dokie, so that's the end of the Imperial Fists and Iron Hands turn 1. So Will, do you want to run us through what's going on? Anything of interest?
Well, aside from bullying a Dreadnought and disarming it, poor dice rolls to be fair.
Yes, so we had a lot firing into that Dreadnought, which has now lost one of its arms.
Yeah, and it's took another hull point, so it's taken some damage.
There was a Nightlord's bike went down.
Yeah, aside from that, we fired lots of shots. All the Dreadnoughts ran. The Marines ran to try and get in that objective for future turns. This big thing did hit, but failed to penetrate it.
No.
Because dice rolls suck with me. It's just one of my things.
So basically, the way things are standing now, the Imperial Fists have managed to gain 1 victory point because they ran things. So we're now on to Nightlords turn 2, which could turn things around. Does the Knights fighting continue? Do you want to roll a dice, Doug?
I'll roll, see if it can. What's it wrong?
2 plus, yeah.
I hope it doesn't.
It does.
It does. So, end of Nightlords turn 2, was that? Yeah. I think it was 2, yeah?
2, yeah.
Right, so what would happened is far side, the Storm Eagles come in.
Storm Eagles came in on reserve.
The Raptors have moved forward.
The Terminator's deep
Yep.
struck.
Terminators have deep struck onto the top of the tower there. The Dreadnoughts have moved forward, getting ready to jump through the river. The jet bikes have flown across.
Everything. The
Yep.
tanks moved. And
The tanks have moved forward and fired across. Spartans shuffled forward a bit. Foulblade has just sat there and done very, very little.
Very little. He hasn't
The
moved.
Falchion.
He's hiding.
On the other hand,
The Night Wind
has
put a big
blown up.
hole.
Yep. The Stormlord is gone. And jumping out of it, we have 2 Imperial Fists, which are now running away
After being shot.
after being shot by the bikes. And 4 Iron Hands
Yeah.
that don't really give a shit.
There were more Imperial Fists. There isn't
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. So basically, that's the end of the Night Lord's turn number 2. We didn't capture any of the victory points from the objectives, but we did get first blood and extra point from killing the super heavy. So currently the points are 2-1 to the Night Lords, going on to the Imperial Fists, turn number 2. So we have the return fire from the Imperial Fists. So what's happened? Well, the Xiphon Interceptors came on to reinforce things. What's happened down here? These have moved up.
Yeah, the
Yep.
Rhinos moved up from behind things.
Yep, Rhinos moved up.
The Iron Hands have moved up along it. Vindicator shot at the Predator Squadron. Took
Yep.
one out.
Yep.
Heavily hurt the other one.
So that one's gone. That one's lost its weapon. That one's still... Oh, that's down to 2 hull
that one
points.
I don't think's lost his weapon. I think
That-
it's just done that to represent it can't fire this.
It
time.
can't
Alright,
fire
I
next
can't fire.
turn,
Right, okay.
But it's taking a hull
Yep.
point as well.
So over here, there's a
Dead Dreadnought.
dead Dreadnought.
Another one's lost its weapon.
Yep, that one's lost its weapon. That one's still fine. Raptor's got a bit of shooting at them.
Yeah.
Yep.
The,
The bike squad that was down here has gone completely due to the firing from basically down this area
all
here.
those Leviathans.
Yep.
That
Anything
thing
else
took
happened?
Some damage over there. The big guy.
Storm Eagles took a bit of damage from the Xiphon,
The
and
Garden has as well.
the Falchions knocked 2 hull points off that.
So yeah.
So other than that, that's what's happened. Return fire from the Imperial Fists. Now we're back over to the Night Lords and see whether they can retaliate for themselves.
Scores on 5-2, is it?
Yeah, scores 5-2 at the moment to the Imperial Fists. Back to the Night Lords. Right, so end of Night Lords turn number 3. What we got happened. There's been a few shots fired over into the Xiphon. Yeah, took a hit, so that's on 1 hull point. Over here,
One of the Leviathans took a hull.
yeah, one of the Leviathans took a hull point after being shot at by the Fellblade, and just about everything.
Just about everything had a pop.
Yeah,
on
it did. It's just bouncing off it. The Spartan over here did get popped by. It was the big cannon.
Terminators.
Oh, no, it was Terminators that popped it, wasn't it? Yeah, in close combat.
There is a bunch of Terminators hiding around.
Yeah, so there's Terminators down there, and what's come out is Will's Imperial Fist commander, the Iron Hands commander, and a load of Imperial Fist Terminators. So it's getting kind of messy in this area now. So that's the end of the Night Lord's turn number 3. On to Imperial Fist's turn number 3, and I think that's probably going to be the end of the game after that one. So we'll see how things stand then. Right, so the end of the Imperial Fist's third turn, and this is the end of the game. What we got that's happened? That tank has ploughed all the way through all of there in the game, and he's just sat there. Was there anything there?
Yeah, it's 10 tactical marines.
10 tactical marines and that, right. These guys basically moved back to secure that objective, which was one of the objectives you got, so that's an extra point for the Imperial Fists.
Leviathan's wrecked another Predator.
Yeah, Leviathan's fired through, wrecked another Predator here. A lot of the Terminators have gone from under there, from mass fire from the Dreadnoughts, and... Did that fire? Oh, that fire is...
That did, and it took a hull point off the...
Yeah, and it fired through to the Spartan. Took a whole point off the Spartan. The Xiphon tried to shoot at the Storm Eagle, wasn't it? And didn't do anything. And then we've just had mass combat down here. The Raptors have been beaten and fled across the river. So that is the end of the game. Finished with the Imperial Fist on 6 points and the Night Lords on 2. So thanks for watching, and we shall catch you in the next video. Say bye, Doug.
Bye.
Well.
Goodbye.
See you in the next video.